Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Parrish, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome to another week of the Nightwing news. I'm trying to think of something to start with N to put before that. But...
We'll have to think about it.
Yes. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And tonight we'll be covering Titans Season 3, Episode 7 already?
Yes, because we're 51% done with the season. Actually, we're probably more than 51% now, but...
And classic issues, Nightwing 151 through 153, picking up right where we left off last week. That's right. See, digital's making me lazy. I'm like, I have those in floppies, and I didn't go downstairs to get them. I'm just like,
Wait, Phil, I had to go up into my dad's attic.
Oh.
Not even my own attic.
I know. Well, it's just easier because that's where I read them on DC Universe Infinite this time. So.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, please, they're Nightwing issues. I could probably do this without even looking at them.
Well, it's good to know which issue is which, so you don't say the wrong thing.
True. All right, so let's get to the Titans episode. So what did you think?
I thought it was good. I think it's been one of the better episodes.
Yeah, I thought it was good too. The only and again, of course, I love that Dick and Barbara kind of got together at the end there. But I don't know, it seemed like there was no urgency. It's like, oh yeah, hey, skipping to the end. It's like, hey, it seemed like there was no urgency. It's like, oh yeah, Scarecrow and Jason are just still out there on the loose, and Scarecrow knows everything about us, but we'll catch him another day.
Sometimes you got to celebrate the wins, even if they're a small one. I think my biggest complaint was, and maybe I missed something, but it seemed to me that with the Oracle, they were really underselling Barbara's role in it, and it kind of sounded like Oracle was something that Bruce invented, and that kind of annoyed me.
It almost seemed like Brother Eye to me, which is like the satellite thing Bruce invented. Yeah, I'm like,
so that was kind of annoying because Oracle was and always has been Barbara, and it really kind of seemed to undercut how awesome Barbara is. And that's just not acceptable.
I know. Then we build it up, and then by the we didn't even get through a full episode, and it's like, oh no, we got to shut it down. We got to destroy it. It's like, then why do we even bother?
But I mean, this one had Dick and Barbara got together, so that was obviously the best part. But this one had some funny jokes in it. Again. I think that was what was weird and made it seem more like Bruce did it, because when Dick and Barbara went in to talk to Oracle clearly knew Dick better, because Barbara made that joke, do you two need some alone time or whatever, and that, I mean, it was funny, but that's not how it was supposed to be.
Yeah, no. So yeah, that makes it seem like Bruce invented this thing too, and it's just like, yeah, that's very odd.
Yeah, plus calling the machine Oracle when Oracle was Barbara's code name. I mean, I understand they're changing things for the show, and I get it, but it's just always kind of a bummer when they change things and it takes away from really cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
Without a good reason. It was kind of disappointing that, I mean, it was cool that Nightwing was, how it was born from helping these people that shouldn't have been in detention, but it was annoying because he was, in a prison and it didn't have that Superman connection. But it's annoying that they take something away from Barbara, a female character, and give it to Bruce, a male character who already has so much.
I know, and he's like almost evil in this series, but yeah, and then too, it's like, how does Crane like hack into Oracle? I mean, shouldn't that thing have so many backups unless Jason knew a way? That's the way I can see is.
I don't know. But that was one good thing about the episode is you can see they're kind of starting to, they took Jason really bad and now they're kind of starting to redeem him.
Yeah. But it's like, again, can you fully redeem him though? I mean, he caused the death of Hawk. So it's like, he tricked Bruce into killing the Joker.
Well, I mean, he was dead at the time. Well, I mean, but they have a much more cavalier attitude towards death in this show.
Yeah.
Because Corey killed that woman. Although, seriously, I did not expect that. I don't know why I didn't expect that. Because, of course, as soon as it happened, I thought, oh, I should have expected that. Because this show is super gritty. But I did not expect the mom to shoot her son.
I kind of saw it coming, but not that soon. Because, I mean, I guess they still got the information. But I was like, why don't you wait till she gives you the information, then kill her if you're going to kill her, Corey?
Oh, yeah, no, that one. No, I meant I don't know why I didn't see her killing the son. I don't. And as soon as it happened, I thought, oh, I should have expected that. This show is so gritty, duh. But I didn't.
I How do you like in Blackfire?
I like it.
I think
it's interesting. It's cool to see something, and I like how. I mean, even though Beast Boy, of course, was not particularly close to Jason in the comics, I'm wondering if maybe they're doing a little bit, maybe having it Beast Boy because Jason's almost like the Terra figure.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Oh, but my other thing that was cracking me up was afterwards, when they're having their small victory party celebration and they're drinking beer in the kitchen, and you see Blackfire's drinking a Budweiser, and then Barbara puts her beer down, and it's Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Really?
I was like, I cannot even. I thought I'd expect it to be only the finest craft beers in the refrigerator at Wayne Manor. None of this PBR. You can get that crap for $2. I mean, at least it wasn't Natty Light, but geez.
I know. But then she gets lost and finds her way into Dick's room. Yay! So I wonder if this is going to end tragically, or
what do you mean end tragically? The show, Dick and Barbara.
Dick and Barbara, is something going to break them up or something? Because I mean, are we going to keep the show in Gotham, or I don't know?
Who knows?
And I'm sure there are Dick and Corey fans too. So it's like, are they?
I know they really did not do very much with that.
No, they slept together once in the first season, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
Systems, yeah, I don't know. I know because, I mean, again, there's a few things they really haven't done much with this season. Like, what was that? The first episode they showed Corey talking to that guy she met last season, but I mean, they really haven't done much besides that one phone call. Well, no, she did call him back, which she was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, she's had a couple phone calls with him. Yeah, the therapist. Yeah. Well, I mean, we still haven't seen Donna or Raven. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. And it's like, is Dove gone for good? I mean, kind of seems like Hawk is.
I wonder if they'll do something with Raven, and I wonder if we're gonna bring Donna back or not. Maybe towards the end of the season, the last couple episodes, since we beat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and like, what are they gonna do with Tim? I mean, we saw him in. Not this. I mean, we've seen him in 2 episodes.
I know.
Very briefly. I mean, are they gonna? Is that gonna happen this season? Or are they just throwing him in there and teasing us?
That's true. And if we do bring in Tim as Robin, yeah. I mean, does that mean Jason's gonna stay as Red Hood?
I mean, I feel like probably he's. Yeah. I would say Jason's been Red Hood longer than he was ever Robin. He's much more famous as Red Hood now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just true.
And like, is Bruce gonna come back? I mean, yeah, who knows?
But again, it's like, he killed the Joker. And I mean,
Yeah, but
again, is he going to pull Bruce where it's like, oh no, Joker's not dead. I had him hidden somewhere. I don't know. I mean, we never did see Joker's
only
body.
time will tell.
After Bruce supposedly killed him, we never do see Joker's body. So, all right. So, anything else on that, or shall we get to the issues?
No,
I
that's
mean,
about it.
I mean, I do have my nitpicks, but I think for the most part, I think this is the best season of Titans yet.
Yes, yeah, I would agree. Yeah, like I said, I have nitpicks as well. Yeah, there were different episodes that I liked in some of the other seasons. But yes, I feel like this season has been overall still pretty gritty, but overall better.
Oh yeah.
I am less annoyed with the poor choices they are making.
Yes, the mistakes. Yeah, the choices don't seem as yes, boneheaded. Yes. All right. So should we get to our issues.
Let's do it.
All
Our
right.
issues.
I know that. I love that cover. All right. Nightwing 151 from February 2009. Of course, by our friend Peter Tomasi.
I know. So this is a really weird thought, but the first time I read it, and again when I read it this time,
Mhm.
for whatever reason, I mean, and it's the Nightwing book, so I don't know why I would expect that. But the first couple panels when I see Nightwing, I don't know, the art really makes me think of Jason. I think I remember the first time I read it, I was like, "Is that Jason? Why would he be in this book?"
I guess it's just the art. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we see a woman in Minnesota getting a pizza delivery. What? And yes, it's Nightwing delivering pizza to Carol. Yes, she's alive.
Yay!
Those of you who were crying last week when Carol supposedly died, yes, no, she's just in witness protection.
Yep.
Mm. Oh yeah, he's asking her how her stomach is because that's where she got shot. She's like, thanks to your zealous efforts at keeping me alive long enough to get me to the hospital. My stomach's doing just fine, but I do have to take it easy on the red pepper from here on out. It's always funny in situations like this. She's like, how was my funeral? Okay, here's my question. Remember when they showed her funeral? There was a body there, wasn't there?
Yeah, but you could have it be a mannequin or something.
I guess, but no one's going to notice that. I guess you could say, oh, no, man, they really embalmed her.
Well, I mean, okay, people are not supposed to be going up to the body and touching it at the funeral.
I'm not saying touching, but I don't know if they could look and tell. I guess,
No.
I guess, yeah, you can make something look lifelike. I mean, it's not like it has to move or anything. Right. True.
Yeah. I think it would be fine.
Yeah.
And so then he goes to see Harvey Dent.
Yep. But yeah, so Carol's just like, yeah, it's all good. My parents are dead. I'm an only child. So, there's nobody really to, not like I'm pretending to be dead and someone's still out there. So
I know, which is sad.
Yeah, but it's all good. I mean, at least All right.
Easier to have a new life.
That's right. So Dick goes to see Harvey at Arkham. What are you staring at? A black hole. How does it feel to destroy all the light and life that comes near you, Harvey? It's a living. Batman may have thought there was always something left of Harvey Dent to salvage, but I don't believe there's anything except evil inside that black soul of yours. I don't think Two-Face is apropos. All I see is one face, and it's completely scarred over.
I mean, it makes sense because I don't think Dick was ever really friends with Harvey Dent. Bruce was. So
I think by the time Dick shows up, I mean he's Two-Face. I mean, yeah, I don't think he ever knew him as just Harvey in any version.
Well, I mean, even if he did, it's not like he would have had that kind of connection with him,
True.
like Bruce did. And also Harvey almost beat him to death. So
one of their first.
That's gonna color it as well.
Yeah, when you're like 13 and one of your first times you meet the guy almost beats you to death. Yeah. But yeah, Harvey's like, I see the boy wonder, always wondering if you'll be alone, wondering what happens when you have to save everybody, wondering what to do when you have no one left to save. But yeah, Harvey says something like the walls are talking so loud. You may still be able to hear your own screams bouncing off the walls from your short stay here recently. No editor's note, but yes, again, Batman R.I.P. That's the editor's note.
Oh, I was like, what just happened?
Yeah, that's not yes. Probably
All
not.
right, so then when Dick is like, yeah, you must be so proud, because he references when he beat him again, and Harvey's like, no, I wasn't proud because I didn't have a good swing on the bat. And then he says, we should catch a ball game together, the Gotham Knights under the lights. And I just want to say, I feel like the Gotham Knights appear so frequently in different Batman media, and they're always a different sport.
I know. Sometimes like football, sometimes it's baseball.
Yes.
Don't remind me. Me and my wife were in the Dark Knight Returns movie in the stadium. I don't think you can see us in the movie, but yeah, we're there in the stadium.
No way, for real?
Yeah. Oh my God. You know what? It's supposed to be winter in the movie, but they filmed it. It was like July or August. So yeah, they're like, oh yeah, you got to put on winter coats. Meanwhile, it's like the middle of summer. Yeah. It was hot.
In Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Gnarly. So who was the team? Was it the Gotham Knights?
I believe it was the Knights. Yeah, some of the actual players they had run in the field were like some of the actual Pittsburgh Steelers, but yeah, I believe the team was the Gotham Knights. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, and because they talk about the Gotham Knights in that one of my favorite animated series episodes, Fear of Victory.
Yeah, but yeah, some of the special effects were cool because they put like the little things under them. And they just like. I mean, of course, there's no hole in the thing, and they added that special effects, but like they put like little, not bombs, but things under the grass, so it would like shoot grass up everywhere.
That's cool. But yeah, that's gruesome wearing your winter coat in the middle of summer.
You know how many times we had to listen to that kid sing the national anthem?
No, how many?
I mean, they ran a couple seconds and they had to run back. I lost count how many times. It's just So
was Christian Bale there? Did you see him on the field?
No. Bane came out eventually. They did bring out like the Batmobiles like Bane stole and stuff. That was pretty cool. No Christian Bale. Oh, but you could see what's his face? The director down like on the sidelines and stuff.
Oh, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan. Yeah.
I have to say though, the other day one of the Batman movies was on. I don't even know which one it was now. It might have actually been just The Dark Knight, but
oh, you know what? I think I was watching those too. I know they were playing Batman Begins and The Dark Knight back to back for some reason.
Yeah,
The Dark Knight Returns.
Anyway, well, The Dark Knight Returns is the worst one. So
oh yeah.
But anyway, Christian Bale was talking, and I have to say, it didn't really click in my head at the time that I first watched the movies, but hearing it now, his voice as Batman is really ridiculous.
Where's the trigger?
It's so ridiculous.
At least they tried. George Clooney, man, but no, he did not change his voice at all. Hi, I'm Batman.
No, I don't know. It's ridiculous.
I know. Bat Day's always fun. But yeah. You're gonna be removed from society. We've got a nice history going now, don't you think? Makes things interesting. Give it all a little pop. You know what I mean? Hell, I've watched you grow up from shorts to pants. I taught you the world was not a nice place. Putting on a mask wasn't going to be a cakewalk. Oh, jeez. So what? So now he's like, oh, see, I toughened you up, boy.
Yeah. Not like he can tell him that, but yes, as he says, I learned what life was before you came along. Yeah, I think he knew that life wasn't, all
Oh, yeah.
unicorns and rainbows before he got beaten by Harvey.
Exactly.
But
I learned he sees the coin etched on the wall. He's like, I see they took your security blanket away, Linus. Guess you have to suck on your thumb to help you get through the night here. Basically, the Arkham Doctor just wants to show who's boss here. He's like, yeah, you, me, the bad, always spinning around the grand revolving door of justice until one day we won't. Oh, yeah, because remember, we covered it already, but yeah, I think Two-Face gets let out by Black Mask in Battle for the Cow.
okay, yeah, and then the next time he appears is when he tries to break into the cave.
Yep.
So he doesn't know he's fighting Nightwing.
Well, I think at first he thinks or at least he thinks that he is like, oh, it's a different Batman, and then Dick tries to convince him it is. He's still bruised.
Something to convince him. Yeah.
Scroll down, kids. We did cover that.
Yep. And he says, "I'm making big plans." Dick says, "And rest assured, I'll be there to screw him up, Harv."
We're going to be face to face again.
Sleep tight. Don't let the psychos bite. Sounds good.
And then we see Fort Tryon Park in New York.
Yep. That's up where the Cloisters is. Yeah.
Yep. Because yep. Dick's what's her face? I forget. Deborah, yes. Dick and Deborah are breaking up.
Yeah. Although she always calls him Richard, because I think he let her do that when he introduced himself to look at the maps or something.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't always, but here she's like, Richard,
But but she says she has to leave, and he's like, why? Because he's like, is it me? She's like, no, it's basically this city, because she kind of got like an acid burn from Two-Face's attack last issue.
And
she's like,
bullets and stuff.
She's like, between the acid rain and the gun battle, and a group of flying wingmen right outside my window a few weeks back. And then she said she found bullet casings on the in the potted plants on her windowsill. She's like, yeah, it's too much. I just got to leave town and go home. Which is,
I know, it's funny though that she says I'm going to San Jose. I thought she was gonna be like, I'm going home to Iowa or something.
That'd be funny. But yeah, no, so yeah, I mean, it's sad, but at least it works out because they're both leaving New York.
That's true. Yeah. Well, and she's saying like these last few months have been really special. I mean, that's not really that long.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this. I mean, they were kind of friendly. Did they kiss? I'm trying to remember, because I'm like, I can't remember if they had a kiss or not. But besides that, I mean, he really didn't do anything with her that he couldn't do with any other platonic friend. I mean, again, it's a friend. You're going to be sad to see her go, but it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were kind of dating, but it didn't seem like very intense dating.
I mean, they went on dates, but like I said, they might have shared like a quick peck on the lips or something. But yeah, that's about it. It's basically like, oh, so long, friend.
Now, is this next part? Does that have something to do with the Blackest Night stuff that happens later?
I'm trying to remember. Some of these bodies might get resurrected, but no. Back like I forget. It might be like after that Tomasi issue we covered. Couple months back, but
Oh, so this is just about when Talia was trying to resurrect those knights and stuff.
Well, yeah, because they were like they were trying to steal like DNA from like dead superhumans and stuff. So
okay.
So I guess they're like, we these people can heroes and villains can still be weaponized even if they're dead. So rather than just leaving them in a cemetery, they're gonna bury them in like a vault in the Hall of Justice, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I thought maybe it had something to do with that, but I wasn't sure if it also was kind of looking forward to Blackest Night at all.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know how far.
it's mostly about the Talia stuff.
And then Dick doing his skydiving.
Yep.
Although this one's really intense. He's somehow up on some gondola thing.
Oh yeah. 132,000 feet. Or about 1,320 football fields end on end.
Yep.
Mm,
I mean, I assume that you could actually do this. I don't know. I didn't look it up. I mean, obviously you have to have this special equipment.
Oh yeah.
Because you're going so far up and it's so cold.
I think he said he's like as high as you can get without actually like being in space. So. But yeah, he's thinking about, okay, mom and dad, you're flying Grayson is about to take the great leap. I can feel
Down he goes.
I can feel angels on my shoulder and probably a bat too.
Aww.
You said some records weren't made to be broken, Bruce. But more than anything, I wish you were down there right now watching it with Alfred and Tim as I break this one. Okay, this is how high up he was. It took me 2 hours and 2 minutes to get this high. And it's going to take all of 15 minutes to ride back down.
That is indeed wild, as he says. I think that's freaky. I wonder if that's possible that you can break the sound barrier just by yourself.
Probably. I mean, if you're falling straight down for 15 minutes, I would assume probably.
Yeah.
Alfred's like, I hope you remember those earplugs.
So, yeah, and I guess he's falling, but then there's like a small chute that you use.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an insulated and pressurized suit, but yeah, his oxygen gets low, so he like kind of blacks out for at least a couple seconds. Yes, he's been falling for a while, but now he gets down to 29,000 feet. Basically the height of Mount Everest. He's been falling for a while. Now he's only at the height of Mount Everest.
Pretty wild.
So he's
down, and Alfred's like, "We should have been able to see him, Tim. Don't worry, he's just milking the drama for all it's worth."
Yeah, he loses the first shoot, and then he says it's free fall for about 8 minutes before I hit the main shoot. Hawkman, eat your hot air. So yeah, they go pick him up, I guess, in the middle of the desert or wherever he landed. You broke 4 world records, Buzz, Tim says.
Yeah, and he gave him that medal, Space Ranger #1.
The free fall altitude record, the human balloon flight altitude record, the longest free fall, and the fastest free fall. Tim, what's next? And Dick, I thought a nap would be perfect right now. And Alfred's like, too bad no one was here to officially record it. And Dick's like, I didn't do it for the record books, Alfred. Did it for me. And then I know in the scene Kristen's going to love, they go back to the Wayne Manor. And
of course, I love these. And when they finally have the one where everybody's together at... That's in one of the Batmans, isn't it? Or Batman and Robin or something after Bruce comes back when everybody's there.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't know if maybe an early in Tomasi's run did they get together like this too? But yeah, now it's Dick, Tim, and Alfred.
Yeah, I know there's one where there's all 5 of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe.
Or yeah, maybe it was earlier. Yeah, I thought there was.
It might be after too. So yeah,
but my question is, I should have looked it up. Do you know this movie?
Oh,
it must be Zorro.
It might be.
As soon as now it's hitting me. It's got to be Zorro, don't you think?
So Taro, maybe.
Because they're in front of that just made me think because it's Bruce's chair. That they put the.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, but I figured you'd like because they all sit down to watch. The three of them sit down to watch a movie with their snacks and stuff, and that's how the issue ends.
Yep. Maybe it's not Zorro.
You don't know what else they'd watch though.
I don't know either. Gray Ghost.
Oh, true. That'd be funny.
But it definitely doesn't feel like that.
No. So good issue, huh?
Yep, for sure.
I mean, considering it's like or kind of like cleaning up the Nightwing stuff so he can, move back and, take over as Batman.
Mm-hmm. No, they did a very good job cleaning up
the
series. Did they do as well with the Robin issue?
It's funny because Tim kind of like gets injured. He's facing the general who was the general the new Anarchy? I'm trying to remember, but yeah, it's been a while. But Tim gets injured, and then that's when he puts on that red Robin outfit, at least to cover his head and stuff. Mm-hmm. And he's, it's basically like, Bruce is gone. That's when he kind of commits to being red. It's weird because it's like he gets mad at Dick for making Damian Robin, but he kind of puts on the Red Robin suit before Dick makes that official, though. It's really weird. I don't know if it's just people not talking, writers not talking to each other, but it's like, it's kind of like, hey, well, you left the slot vacant, Tim. I kind of, Damian needed this, so.
For sure.
All right.
Then we have the Ra's al Ghul one.
Oh, yeah. Faces of Evil month, yeah.
This was like a special month.
Yeah, I think it was like they kind of did, I don't know if it was like a focus, but like a thing on like villains in each issue. So yeah, so this was kind of like the Raws one.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, you know what? But the first couple pages of this are like etched in my memory. I can always picture these, just like Dick standing in front of like all the bat suits. Mm-hmm. He's just looking at those empty suits, just black holes now. Black holes where one man made a difference. One man, one mission. And the black holes that are pulling him in harder than ever. Okay, here's the monologue I always remember. He's just staring at them suits thinking, I feel like I'm sneaking into my father's closet, my dead father's closet. Looking for answers, looking for a reason why you had to die now. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm mad at you, Bruce. I'm mad at you for leaving a hole in the suit, a hole in our lives.
Aww.
Yeah. I mean, you knew he was going to be back eventually, but I do like that they were able to play with this, where it's like, you see what would happen, if Bruce did die. But yeah, like.
Well, and then you've got the flashback to the Oath, and you find the wax.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if something was on top of that, because like you see like the dinosaurs trash, because I think it was, Dr. Hurt was in there and Batman RIP, so stuff's all trash. But yeah, Dick sees that where the wax dripped, where the night he took the oath.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely. I mean, you kind of expected it anyway when you heard, because it's, like the oldest kid and Dick's the one most prepared. But I mean, they're also very, like, I'm sure it was very deliberate to have Ra's al Ghul be the villain, the Faces of Evil villain in Nightwing. Because even though it's pre-battle for the cowl, I mean, they're clearly setting him up to win.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I
love what's gonna happen.
I love how Dick sits down to check the inbox. And basically Alfred's gone to Japan to take care of some of Bruce's final business. But yeah, so Dick calls him. He's like, is there any, going through the current files, is there anything Bruce felt that needed special attention? And Alfred, he did have some concerns about the docks and what appears to be some malfeasance concerning shipping containers in their manifest. So Dick's like, okay, I'll check it out. But then as he hangs up, something's bothering the bats.
Yep, and he throws his.
I love it. He throws the club up there, and then it bounces back. And then we see a ninja fall.
Yep.
All the oxen free, and then you see a bunch of ninjas. He's like, that's a hell of a lot of oxen.
Yes, it is. And then we have fight.
Oh yeah, him just leaping around
And then he drives the 66 Batmobile, bowling for ninjas.
Oh yeah, throws the bombs and leaping over them, kicking. Yeah, jumps in that 66 Batmobile. He's like, yeah, God of gas, don't fail me now. Yep, running over ninjas. So then he sees one has a looks like a Bluetooth headset. Yeah. Hope the lighting's good. Can you get a look at all your assassins? I hope you offer workman's comp.
Sure, Rachel does not.
Someone else calls him Richard. Yes.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I mean that feels like a Ra's al Ghul thing to do. He wouldn't be calling somebody Dick. Well, doesn't Talia call him Richard too a lot of times?
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, sometimes when she's talking to Damien, she's like, "That's Circus Boy" or whatever. But
yeah, Roz, what can I do for you? You're picking a real bad time to get in my face, Roz. If you want my undivided attention, you're doing everything right to get it. And Roz says he wants to have a meeting. If this is your idea of an invite, I'd say we just had it and you lost. He's like, I'm hoping for face to face. My acolytes were sent with the instruction to bring you to me unharmed, due to the simple fact that I did not imagine you would come of your own accord. He said he wants to talk. Isn't that what we're doing? I will guarantee your safety, just as I'm sure you will guarantee mine. He's like, send me the coordinates, and because Roz says, one of his men bring him. He's like, no, send me the coordinates. What's in Roz? So you can call Superman or one of your other brightly colored friends? No, so I can fly there myself. And he's like, hey, you want me to trust you? Hey, it's a true two-way street. My word is my bond. I won't be calling any of my friends. If it's a brief truce you want, it's a brief truce you'll get. So, I mean, I guess he wants to get it over with, but it's weird. He jumps in the plane, but leaves all the ninjas tied up.
I mean, it's not like you can really send Ra's al Ghul's ninjas to jail. I mean, get them out.
I at least would have put them outside, something.
Feels like a waste of time. They can get their own selves out.
True, I'm sure once they wake up or whatever, they'll leave.
Exactly. Why make it easy for them? Make them get them over their own butts out.
So yes, it's the Thar Desert on the border of Rajasthan and Pakistan.
Oh, this cracked me up. I thought that it's like Dick missed the chance, or maybe he just doesn't want to laugh at Ra's al Ghul's joke. But when he says, "You must be famished," don't worry about it. I had a few Snickers on board. I'm good. And then Ra's al Ghul says, "Satisfied?" I was like, "Oh, boom, Snickers joke." And then Dick doesn't say anything about it. I was like, "Come on."
Raj should have been like, "Yeah, oh, thank God. You must be yourself then if you had a Snickers."
That's right. You're not.
Oh my God. You remember when DC was doing those Snickers ads? And there was one, it still angers Lilith to this day, where it was like Batman and Superman fighting Doomsday and they give him a Snickers, then it turns out that it's like Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Yourself. Oh my God, that still angers her to this day that they did that to Wonder Woman.
Yeah, they should have done it to one of the guys for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They should have done it to Batman.
I was gonna say Batman. Come on, yeah, he's always having a bad day.
Obviously, yes. But yeah, that cracked me up. And I mean, I assume he did it, but if he wasn't, I mean, surely it was on purpose. But if not, that was amazing.
I know. So Roz is like, you satisfied? You flew over the site several times. You can see I'm honoring the truce. There's not one of my acolytes within 25 miles of here. And Dick's like, just as you can see, Superman and the rest of the JLA aren't stomping you into the sand. He's like, so seeing as how this desert is an unusual stopover in my travels, I'd appreciate getting down to business sooner rather than later. So it looks like they're going in a tent, but again,
So it's business time.
secret tunnel down to a Lazarus pit.
Tent that leads to a cave. Oh yeah, this was something that I was curious about. So he's like, all right, handy dandy, there are worse things than dying. And he's like, no. And then he starts to ask about Tim, and it says, you dare stand there and scold me for only offering Timothy Drake his heart's desire, filling the black hole in his heart with life, with the love of parents taken away too soon. So what's up? I always feel like I don't quite know what's up with Tim's parents, because sometimes I read and they kind of suck, and sometimes they're not that bad. So what are your thoughts on Tim's parents?
I mean, again, this is like the original version of his parents, where it's like, when he first meets Bruce, they're always traveling. They're pretty much like neglectful parent. They're running a big corporation, and then pretty much the first time we see them, they get kidnapped, and Tim's mom ends up dead. And yeah, his dad hangs on for a couple of years, but then in an identity crisis, he gets killed by Captain Boomerang.
Right, yeah. So it's like, we're Tim's parents. I mean, they weren't. I mean, I guess they were just like, okay.
I mean, you could say they were kind of, like I said, neglectful, but there was a big crossover, the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul that went through Batman.
Yeah, that was in the Nightwing. I guess I just feel like and I read like in fan fiction in particular, Tim's parents are generally portrayed really badly.
Well, New 52, I think they made him pretty bad. I think they might have been closer to like Jason's parents in New 52. They might have been like criminals or something.
Yeah, so I was always, I don't know, it kind of felt like Tim's parents, I mean, because then after his mom died, his dad was trying, and then his dad got married to Dana, and they were kind of a family, I thought. So I don't know, I feel like it's maybe not just fans, but also somewhat the writers don't have a clear vision of, it's like Dick's parents are always good. Yeah. Like John and Mary Grayson are always good parents. And generally speaking, the Waynes are always good. I've seen some stuff where Thomas can be like a bit of a douchebag, but Martha's always good. Dick's parents are always good. And Jason's parents are pretty much always bad. But I feel like Tim's parents, some writers write them better than others, maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think like New 52 really started messing with Tim's parents. So yeah, now I think they might be, again, they're dead anyway. So it's like, but I think if they anything, they kind of, retell it where his parents are kind of like they were. Yeah, they're walking back a lot of that New 52 stuff. So. But yeah.
So he might actually be named Tim Drake and not Tim something fake name Drake.
Tim Drake. Yeah, no.
Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. But of course, maybe I should know better than that. But I mean, it implies that your parents were reasonably cool if you were like, yeah, I want to revive them. So that of course was just interesting that how Raj is like filling the hole with the heart of the love of parents. And I was like, I thought Tim's parents were kind of meh.
I love how Dick's like, there are worse things than dying, and Ross says, I beg to differ, and Dick's like, for someone who's standing on the down escalator into the hot zone, I'd expect you would, Ross.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Cut the crap, Ross. But Ross says, I wonder if you would make the same choice Tim made it if you were his age. The ability to erase the sickening sound of your parents' strong and youthful body smashing against the ground. And Dick's like, yeah, you're right. I can't tell you what I would have done. But tell me this isn't why you dragged me 6,000 miles. Tell me this isn't about throwing resurrection in my face. And Ross is like, the detective. He's like, the detective is dead, is he not? His loss is written across your face, Richard. That is why I asked you here, for confirmation. A confirmation I can only get by seeing you in person, looking into your eyes.
Yep. Although this is the thing that makes it annoying then. I mean, I guess But how here Dick's like, he made the right choice and stuff, and then he throws the fake Bruce into the pit later when he's Batman. It just seemed like lazy writing.
Again, different writers too. Yeah.
Yeah, because here he's very much like, no, you wouldn't do that. I mean, I guess they had him do that. I mean, they had him do that because then it was like a fast way to figure out it wasn't really Bruce, and so Bruce wasn't dead. But it feels like you could have done something else that would have been kind of more in fitting. Although, whatever, I guess we can chalk it up to he was increasingly grief-stricken or whatever. But yeah, I mean, because it's like in the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul, and here he's very much like, Tim made the right choice. You know, it's not good to use the Lazarus pit, blah, blah, blah.
But yeah, it's funny. Roz throws him a sword and they're fighting and he's saying Bruce Wayne is dead and Dick's saying shut up. But but Roz says, I'm grieving too, because he's like, the Bat deserved to meet his doom at my hands. So yeah, so Roz is mad that he didn't get to kill Bruce.
I know. So this is some classic narcissistic behavior right here. Like, I'm mad this guy's dead because he should have been killed by me, only I'm good enough to kill him. Like, whatever, dude.
What I think he even says too, you know, he was like, you know, if I would have been killed by Batman, that would have been a worthy death. But, you know, I got robbed of that too.
Yeah, but...
And then he's like, Gotham and the world should be celebrating the life and death of a man who has pulled them away from the brink of extinction countless times instead of believing that Dark Knight still patrols the city streets. A hero of Batman's caliber should not have perished in the shadows. A hero like Batman should have been killed in the bright light of day for all the world to see. That would have been my final gift to Bruce. Oh, jeez.
Wow, some gift. Great.
I know. Roz, in truth, I've been cheated by his death as much as you were.
Who says that? I mean, obviously a villain says that.
I mean, then he kicks him in the face and says, in truth, you're just a power-hungry, egotistical son of a bitch, Roz, and you never would have beaten Bruce, never. And that's why that is what's tearing you apart. Because you know in your deepest, darkest place that he would have won, and that's something you're going to have to accept as all those centuries blow past you.
That's right.
He's like, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I'm not Bruce, Roz. Keep telling yourself that.
I mean, that's the thing I think that's always so interesting, particularly about the Bruce and Dick dynamic. And when writers do a good job with it, it's really good, is that they're very alike, very deep down. Like on the surface, they seem very different because Dick is more talkative and is brighter and, you know, leads more by example and has, you know,
willing to be with people and stuff.
Yeah, a different leadership style and stuff. But deep down, you know, they're both really driven by the code and by the same stuff. I mean, Dick is basically just a better adjusted version of Bruce.
Yeah, exactly. Better than Batman.
So I think it's always good because you can sometimes see Bruce and Tim are both really smart and cerebral and good with technology, and Bruce and Jason both, you know, are kind of like bruisers, you know, with the fighting style kind of thing. So there are some surface similarities, but
Roz tries to hand him the sword he's fighting with. And he's like, here, keep it as a reminder that our paths will cross again. And Dick's like, no, you keep it. I think you should look at that sword I used today, Roz, as a reminder that I'll always be there to face down evil, wherever it goes, wherever it hides, always. And he takes off. Then he gets back in the cave and there's a sword sitting on the seat of the chair.
Welcome to the black hole, detective.
So is he calling?
And so that, like, in case you needed another sign that Dick's gonna end up being Batman, hello.
Calls him detective, yeah. So I think that was a good one. Lots of foreshadowing, but hey man, you get tapped on the shoulder by Ra's al Ghul. It's like, yeah, you're a worthy successor to Bruce Wayne. I mean, I think because Ra's needs somebody to fight, but yeah, still, it's like.
Ra's also likes messing with people's minds.
True.
Because doesn't he do that a lot in Tim's Red Robin issues?
He does that every time he shows up.
Well, yes.
All right. So should we get to the last one?
Yes. But it's particularly shady to do it with a young man who just lost his father. And now the final issue.
Final issue.
He's moving out of the cloisters.
Yeah, because
So sad.
What is that? April 08. So yeah, this is the last issue of an ongoing Nightwing until New 52.
Yeah, April 09.
Oh, maybe they put the wrong date on this.
On the cover it says 09.
Okay.
Yeah, April 2009.
Oh, the digital says 08, so yeah.
That's a year too soon.
They messed up. But yeah, so yeah, this is the last issue of Nightwing until New 52, because yeah, he stays, even when Bruce comes back, he stays on as another Batman until New 52.
Yeah, so it's over. When did New 52 start? 2011?
Yeah, was it was like September, it might have been September 2011.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, you've got some of the one-shots and Battle for the Cowl, so it's still a couple months before the new Batman stuff.
But it's like at least 2 years he was Batman and not Nightwing. Not bad. But yeah, this one opens up. He's packing up the cloisters because he's leaving town. The JSA is helping him. Pretty sure because their headquarters is in New York also.
Yeah, well, plus, those are the JSA people. It's always nice when he sees other heroes. He's the glue that holds this whole universe together.
Exactly. So yeah, thanks for the help as they all help him pack up. And then Wally. Wally shows up. No sleep till Gotham, huh?
And then Dick comes in. I'm done taking any more day jobs. It's not necessary. Gotham needs my attention 24/7.
Although
I owe it to Bruce. I owe it to Gotham.
Although he's pulling a Bruce because he said he's going to keep the apartment in New York. You know, it doesn't hurt to have a place in the city.
Yeah. Which that's one thing that's interesting because during a lot of the time in the Titans, in the new Teen Titans, Dick didn't have a day job either.
Yeah.
I think it was really not until he got his solo series that they were like, oh, what's he gonna do? He needs to do something during the day. And I think that's always been kind of an interesting thing with Dick. And I mean, maybe it'll be an issue for the other Robins too as they get older. I don't know. But they've never been really clear on he's always around. Like they can't find a job that fits him. You know how it's like Bruce has always been the rich company guy. Clark is always the reporter. Barry, the forensic guy. Hal flies the airplanes. But what was Wally's job?
I don't think he really had a job because it's like when his Flash series starts, like I know they said he was like, was he a physics student or something? Like he was studying physics, and then like I said early on, he wins the lottery. I mean, he eventually loses it all, but like, yeah, I think his entire. Well, you know what? Because pretty early on, Wally's identity gets revealed to the world, so like he basically doesn't have a job, you know. And then around issue 200, when Hal Jordan was the Spectre, he erases the world's memory that Wally's the Flash. And then around issue 201, Wally gets a job as a mechanic in the Keystone City Police Department. He's like in the motor pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's kind of an issue with the second generation of heroes who kind of got started as sidekicks that they don't really, because when they invented the original heroes, their alter egos were part of that, and for like Wally and Dick and Donna and Roy and Garth and Jason and Tim, etc. I mean, their alter ego was Child.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he's like, I'm done taking a day job. Gotham needs me 24/7. I owe it to Bruce. And Wally even says, I can zip you to Gotham. And he's like, no, I'm going to take the train. Which now, I wonder if this is intentional or not, because even that first panel when they show the train coming around the track, like in the beginning of Batman Year One, that's how like Gordon comes in.
I'm sure it's intentional. Yeah, there's several places. I think so I'm sure that was on purpose. Because isn't he kind of thinking some of the same thoughts that Gordon was thinking?
Maybe
Talking about like I want to be closer so I could see the enemy, the people I'm here to protect and serve. I feel like doesn't Gordon think similar things when he's coming in?
maybe a little bit, but I know some of his thoughts too are like, oh, is this a place to raise a kid? Because or his wife was already pregnant at that point with James Jr.
Maybe Bruce has some of those thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. So that'd be nice. Like, he's like a little combination of Bruce and Jim Gordon. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's definitely like very Batman Year One.
But yeah, so Alfred picks him up at the train station, and then they're driving back. I see you going green and got the new hybrid. And Alfred, yes, I see no reason to use the limo for everything. I know how much you
Liberals
hate.
probably don't get very good gas mileage.
Well, he even says he's like, I know how you hate sitting in the back of it. And then look, they're going through Park Row, and there's a burned out street light.
Yep.
And then we're in the cave with Alfred, Dick, and Tim. They find the giant penny.
Yeah, so this is because of Dr. Hurt.
I
fight with Hurt.
believe so, yeah, because the cave got trashed, and the penny must have just got pushed over this edge here.
And then it's funny. A penny saved is a penny earned. Alfred says when they find the penny. I knew you were going to say that. Have it become that predictable? And Dick and Tim both say yes at the same time.
I love how Dick's like, yeah, the cave's not the same with Otto's stuff. And Alfred, I will gladly let you both polish the penny for the next few months. Then you can go about telling me how much you missed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the dinosaur's back up. The penny's up.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tim's like, you going out on patrol? And Dick's like, yeah, anything in particular I should focus on? And Tim's like, check the automatic update file. I uploaded a few hotspots. Feel free to leave some dirt bags out there for me to wade into once I get back, because guess Tim's put on regular clothes and leaving. Says good night. Then Dick says to Alfred, he's putting on a brave face. And Alfred, yes, he is. I'm sure losing Bruce so close to losing his father to Boomerang, meaning Captain Boomerang, and Connor Superboy. Yeah, so within when did his father die? It was like 2004, 2005. So like in the last 5 years or so, yes, he's lost his father. Superboy died in Infinite Crisis. We'll get there in a few weeks, kids, and now Bruce. So
is Superboy back by this time though?
If he's not back yet, he's coming back. No, I don't think he's back yet, but eventually he does. Yeah.
I'm gonna say I know he comes back. I wasn't sure. Well, and then something about Bart. Oh, Bart to the Rogue. So did Bart not die? Did he just go bad?
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no, because like at the end of the Wally series, like him, Linda, and the kids go. It's weird. I don't know if they went into the Speed Force or was like another universe. They're gone. Bart takes over as the Flash for like, I think he only got like 12 issues or something like that. But yeah, no, supposedly it looks like the Rogues kill Bart at the end of that series.
Oh.
But then there's a thing. I don't know if he like somehow he's alive in the future. So he basically comes back from the future eventually too. That's right, because Bart. Yeah, so at this point, yeah, Tim thinks his father, Bruce, Superboy, and Bart are all dead. So
that's rough.
Yeah. But yeah, Alfred's like, he seems to be in denial, and yeah, Dick's like, we all deal with death in our own way. I love Dick. It's like we haven't heard about some weird stuff. Superman, Hal Jordan, Oliver Queen. I mean, Barry Allen is back.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of foreshadowing again. Bruce might be back, which of course we all knew, but you know.
I know. But yeah, Dick's like, are we the crazy ones for thinking he's gone? And Alfred, maybe we are, maybe we aren't. What does your heart say, Richard? It says Bruce is gone this time, Alfred. That it's forever. And Alfred says, as does mine, Richard. As does mine. Meanwhile, Tim's sitting on the stairs listening to this whole thing.
And Dick and Alfred are crying.
It's serendipitous that you came back on this date, and Dick's like, no, it's not really. I will be going this evening if you wish to accompany me. And he's like, if it's okay with you, Alfred, I'd like to go alone. Something I want to do alone. But he's like, Dick's asking Alfred, are you okay? He's like, you boys should have buried me. That would have been right. That would have been proper. The young burying the old, it goes against nature, against the natural order of things. So no, Richard, I'm not okay, but we will soldier on. That is what Bruce would have wanted us to do. Yes? Dick, absolutely.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess Dick goes up to his old room and he still has the candle he took the oath with.
Yep.
The Wayne family name, yeah, well, he's like, the Wayne family name has always been synonymous with public service, and honoring the Wayne family name in particular, in this particular way that we do every night, will always be our responsibility. My responsibility. But yeah, so he goes out, he fixes the street light.
And then you get a very quick origin of Bruce.
Oh yeah, because he talks about, how Parker used to be nice. Again, it comes crime out, like when 2 shots ring out, and the evening that claimed the life of Bruce's parents. Right here on this spot, on that date, all those years ago.
That's where he talks about what happens to his parents.
Yeah, yeah. Thinking of Bruce kneeling here alone in the blood of his mom and dad, the cordite of the fired gun still fresh in the air. Takes everything I have to hold the tears back. So much loss. It's so strange how in the end that cold evil deed even dictated my future. And seeing the old wax spot on the cave floor got me thinking about the oath I made to Bruce and what it really means. He brings the candle. I guess he's making a new oath right there on the street.
I guess, yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell. Yeah, I guess it must have been in the bag.
Yep. He's like, when we, basically talk about him and Bruce having to depend on strangers, but lucky for us, they were caring and loving people. At the end of all that pain and horror, thank you, Bruce. There will always be hope in Gotham City. As he swings off into Bruce's head.
Does that echo something about one of the other ones? Something about hope in Gotham City? Like, is that?
I mean, that's
like another.
I don't know. I think they've used that phrase like in different things. Did the animated series do it? Yeah, but I think they've done that many times.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
But yeah, 3 great issues, and when you think about it, only really one of them had like action, like like a fight scene. 2 fight scenes basically, but.
I mean, the Ra's al Ghul one had a lot of fight scenes.
Yeah, but I know you like this.
Bust up those ninjas.
Yeah, but I know you like these. A lot of Dick and Alfred, some Dick and Tim.
Yeah, these are emotional ones. I love it. Less fighting, more family emotion time. Woo!
And just thinking,
which is totally weird to read comic book. I mean, it's not weird. They know we like it, so they know it's another reason people read comic books. But then it's like a treasure every time you come across something that's the family stuff and not punching.
Well, I think it probably helped too. It seems like they must have given him an advance notice what was going to happen, so he had Tomasi had enough time to again clean up shop and do all this because he knew it was coming.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they definitely. I mean, yeah, it even says on their final issue. Well, and since it's tied in with last rites and stuff, yeah. They definitely had this planned out in advance, and they did a good job.
I think at least since Batman R.I.P., they knew exactly where they were going. All right.
What I think is interesting is I wonder how soon after they introduced Damian that they knew they were going to do something like this.
Yeah, I don't know, because Grant Morrison introduced Damian pretty early in his run. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he had thoughts. Grant Morrison had thoughts about that at that point. I don't know. All right. All right. So, should we tell everyone what to read for next week?
Yeah, what's happening next week, Phil?
Well, of course, we'll have the next episode of Titans. And we'll have basically 2 new issues. Nightwing 84. They'll be part of Fear State, and what is that? Titans United #1.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if we said that here, but me and Lilith were looking the other day. That Robins miniseries that's coming out. I didn't realize at first that's written by Tim Seeley, so I'm really excited for that now.
Yep.
He knows what he's
doing.
Yeah,
and it's gonna start actually. It's gonna premiere or whatever you would say on DC Universe Infinite, and then be physical.
So so we'll cover that when it comes out. But so next week, Titans episode 8, Nightwing 84, Titans United #1, and the classic issue, one of Kristen's picks, Brave and the Bold 83 from 1969.
Have some Teen Titans action in it. So it'll tie in with all the other stuff.
Batman Evil's son. I know. Yes. All right. So.
And actually, that one is by 2 famous people, because I read it and then I went to buy it off eBay, which I did. I have it upstairs. But I had to pay. I was like, why am I having to pay so much for this one? And then after I got it, I realized I think it's by I think the art's by Neil Adams. So I think that's why it was.
Yeah, I think it is. I did read it. Yeah, I think it is Adams. All right. So, yes, come back next time. But, all right, special announcement. Nightwing News will not be here next week, because next week will be the first episode for October. So, if you want to keep up with us, you'll have to go over to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast, because that's going to be the new home of all of our DC shows starting October. So, yes, you'll be able to find Nightwing News square in the middle of the week, right between We Are the Night, the Batman podcast, and Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. So, yes, Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks going forward for Nightwing News. All right, so send us your thoughts, like we said, on all that stuff. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Nightwing News on Facebook, on Twitter. Go join our Bloodhaven Bulletin, our Facebook fan group. You can find links to all the various social medias for all of the shows we do, links to this YouTube channel. Please subscribe there. But more importantly, please go. You can find a link to our Patreon. Please subscribe to our Patreon if you can, because once again, the Southgate Media Group is no more. We are funding this ourselves. Kristen just made a hefty deposit. So, yes. So please, if you can, please subscribe to the Patreon. Every little bit helps. And of course, if you can't do that every month, you can always, and I just updated our shop. You can go to TeePublic and get yourself some Capes and Lunatics merchandise. Got the cups, got the t-shirts, got the phone cases. I was looking; they have a bunch more stuff. I don't think they always had all that stuff, but they even have masks now, hoodies, all kinds of different t-shirts. They might have other stuff. I can't remember, but go. So find links to everything. It's all in one handy, convenient place. Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And speaking of supporting, paying Kristen her money back, you can go on Amazon, pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. So, if you don't like me, if you want to just send money right to Kristen, yes, go pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Again, it all helps. It all helps. All right, kids. Again, come back in 1 week. Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast. You should be subscribed to both podcasts, and you will miss none of our shows. But yes, Capes this Capes and Lunatics podcast will be all Marvel starting next week. So yes, you can catch Nightwing News on Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks. And again, send your thoughts. Titans Season 3, Episode 8. Nightwing 84, which will be right in the middle of Fear State. Titans United number 1, and Brave and the Bold 83. The expensive one.
Well, I mean, if you read it digitally, it's not that expensive.
Yeah, it's on DC Universe Infinite, so yeah. Looking for a cheap way, it's on there. All right. Thank you for joining us. Again, next week, Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks. Until then, join us, same wing time.
Same wing channel.
Sort of. The Nightwing News. Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks.